Welcome, fight fans, to another edition of MMA Empire Recap. This past weekend, the Octagon made its way to the Motor City as Detroit was in for a treat as UFC 218 took place. In one of the final cards of 2017, this event was sure to end the year with a bang and prepare MMA fans for another great upcoming year of action in 2018, and it did not disappoint. In the first fight of the main card, we saw Tisha the Tiny Tornado Torres take on Michelle the Karate Hottie Watterson. Watterson put on a good performance and was able to take Torres down and keep her there for most of the second round. But Torres was too strong overall, and her boxing proved to be too much for Watterson in the last round of the fight. Torres picked up the unanimous win, putting her in a perfect spot to have a rubber match with newly crowned strawweight champion Rose Namajunas. Let's hear what Torres had to say about her victory.
I just felt overall that my cardio was on point tonight, that I could have continued to punch her for another 2 more rounds. Like I said, that second round, I really wish she would have stood us back up because I felt like I wanted to get my hands on her again. It was hard when she was on top of me. But then again, I should have gotten up myself. So things to work on, but I'm excited and happy about my performance.
In one of the best fights of the night, Eddie Alvarez and Justin Gaethje put on fireworks for the Motor City. Gaethje started out strong, connecting with leg kicks that hurt Alvarez in the first round, but Alvarez was able to find his range and connect with some beautiful body punches which slowed down Gaethje and did not let him be the offensive monster that we are used to seeing in his previous fights. In the last round, it looked as if Gaethje seemed to be getting his confidence back, but Alvarez landed a devastating knee right to the chin, knocking Gaethje to the canvas, which at that point the referee had to step in and stop the fight. Alvarez proved that he still has what it takes to be a top competitor in the lightweight division and is looking to reclaim his title he lost to Conor McGregor last year in November. Let's hear what Alvarez had to say about this impressive performance.
I had a couple training partners. It's tough to spar and get ready for Justin Gaethje. He puts you in a fight every time. So I needed my training partners to come after me. And that's what they did, and I realized the body was the best way to take care of that.
In a battle of flyweights, Henry Cejudo and Sergio Pettis came into Detroit trying to make a claim for themselves as why they should be the next in line to face the king of the flyweight division, Demetrious Johnson. Both fighters have had an impressive run in the UFC, but Cejudo proved to be too much for the young Pettis. Cejudo's wrestling pedigree was just at another level, and he was able to dominate the fight at all times. The young Pettis did land some good kicks in the fight, but Cejudo was able to neutralize him by taking Pettis down and dominating him on the ground. Cejudo got the unanimous decision victory and is looking to get a rematch with the pound-for-pound greatest fighter in the world, Demetrious Johnson. Let's hear what Cejudo had to say about his performance.
I'd like to fight the champ, Demetrious Johnson. It's been a long time coming. I've waited 2 years. But like I said before, if DJ does not fight TJ, which I like to fight, that people can see how good Demetrious Johnson is, give me TJ Dillashaw, or I'd like to fight the champ. But either one, I like either one of them.
In the co-main event of the evening, we saw a battle of heavyweights that we knew would not disappoint. Alistair Overeem has been one of the most dominating forces in both kickboxing and MMA for many years. The former K1 Grand Prix champion and the former Strikeforce heavyweight champion was ready to let the world know that he is looking to become the next UFC heavyweight champion, and he was ready to prove that against Francis Ngannou. Ngannou, a Cameroon native, is considered to be the next great heavyweight by many in the UFC. His punching power was a factor many people were talking about leading up to this fight, and many did not know if Overeem could handle his power if he got caught clean. Well, that question got answered, and in the first round, at just a minute 42 in, Ngannou landed a devastating uppercut that sent Overeem to the canvas, putting him to sleep. Ngannou proved to the world that not only is he the next best heavyweight in the UFC, but also that not many can take his punches when he connects clean. Ngannou is ready for that title shot against Stipe Miocic, and I'm sure after last night's performance, Dana White would not disagree. Let's hear what Ngannou had to say about his dominating performance last night.
I was thinking about how I'm gonna finish this and then go to take my title shot. Yeah, so even during my training, I think about the match against Stipe the same way, knockout. There are no pronostic possible besides knockout for me. I just get myself ready, go do easy fight, go back home. I'm no one could go there, make like 3-4 round fight, just knock out first round, go back home.
In the main event of the evening, we saw the rematch between Max Blessed Holloway and Jose Aldo. Holloway was originally scheduled to fight Frankie Edgar, but due to injury, Edgar was pulled from the fight, letting Aldo come in and try to win back his title that he lost this past summer to Holloway. Both fighters came in strong, and Aldo even showed us his signature leg kicks he is so well known for in this fight, showing us this would be a different fight. It started different, but the result was the same. After the first round, Aldo looked winded and fatigued. Holloway noticed it as well and timed his attacks perfectly. By the third round, Aldo was completely gassed out while Holloway was able to keep his pace and land significant strikes to Aldo, which took him to the canvas, making the referee stop the fight. Holloway's cardio shined as he knew exactly how to pace himself against Aldo. Holloway proved to the world that his victory this past summer was no mistake and that he has no intentions of losing the featherweight title anytime soon. Let's hear what the champ had to say about his impressive performance.
I'm a champion of my division, and I gotta keep everything rolling. You know, I gotta keep everything going. I got a throne to defend. I'm not gonna go into hiatus. And you know, as long as I get contenders, I'm gonna fight. But if UFC call me out for that reason, any reason of fighting him, I'd gladly fight him. If the Conor fight don't happen, it's not on my side. I tell you guys right now, it's not on my side. It's on their team. Their team talking about me all the time. They tell me how I'm the best guy in the world and blah blah, this and that. Right now, Conor, like, really think about this. Right now, Conor is talking about fighting Paulie Malignaggi in MMA. Just let that sink in, you know? Paulie Malignaggi in MMA, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say after that.
Well, fight fans, that does it for us here in the studio. What a great event UFC 218 was. Tune in back with us next week as we recap the upcoming fight between Cub Swanson and Brian Ortega. This is sure to be a barn burner as a veteran Swanson looks to make a case for himself to be the next in line to fight Holloway for the featherweight title, but Brian Ortega has other thoughts. This young Californian believes he is the future of the featherweight division and has some very impressive jiu-jitsu to back him up on that claim. Be sure not to miss this fight as it has Fight of the Year candidate written all over it. Well, that does it for us, fans. Thank you so much for tuning in, and don't miss next week's episode here at MMA Empire Recap.